Do you see that Mexico got over 13 million people out of poverty, and at the same time, MAGA is trying to start a right-wing party in Mexico to discredit these progressive victories? If you hadn't heard, through progressive policies started by Mexico's previous president AMLO and continued by the current president Claudia Sheinbaum, Mexico was able to get over 13 million people out of poverty through expanding and strengthening social safety programs. Programs like universal cash transfer for the elderly, pensions for seniors, tripling the minimum wage, and so much more. But of course, whenever a Latin American country is implementing progressive policies that are working, the US has to discredit them. Like MAGA is trying to do with this new Mexican Republican Party. MAGA is starting a fake grassroots movement that is meant to seem like organic opposition to Sheinbaum. But this is really a well-funded mouthpiece for Trump. They're also spreading mis and disinformation about President Sheinbaum through Fox News, allowing a Mexican senator to come on Fox News and without proof claim that Claudia Sheinbaum is working with the cartels and that the US should invade. This is the US right-wing playbook. They have done this time and time again to Latin American countries with progressive leaders when those leaders try to help its people. Just look up US interventions in Latin America, and you'll see how many failed leftist presidents were just a result of US sanctions, interventions, and coups. And let's not forget that MAGA is trying to run the same playbook in the US against progressive leaders like Zohran Mamdani in New York City. Zohran wants to help the 1.5 million people in New York City living below the poverty line by implementing policies that will help low-income people, which in the eyes of the US is always an excuse to discredit and intervene. So be on the lookout for the propaganda being used against progressive leaders like Claudia Sheinbaum, Zohran Mamdani, and others like them. And don't let MAGA convince you that progressive policies are the problem.